to start now.
Well, good evening and welcome to the first parish council meeting of 2025 and best wishes to our residents for the new year. However, before proceeding with the usual introduction, I'd like to pay tribute to Peter Haynes, who passed away on Saturday at the age of 90. Peter served the village for 11 years as clerk and then councillor. And when I first became a councillor in 2007, Peter was vice chair and remained as vice chair until his resignation at the beginning of 2012 due to ill health. We worked closely together and Peter helped bring about a change in the way the parish council approached projects, focusing on getting grants. I noted when he retired that we had completed £140,000 worth of projects at a cost of the parish of just £14,000 and included a major refit of the Fishponds play area, as well as a refurbishment of the village hall. And Peter also served as webmaster and wrote the parish council update in Castlethorpe News. The most tangible evidence of Peter's work for the village is the shop. Peter did all the hard work, assembling the various grants needed, getting planning permission, setting up the shop association as a company, and helping to find Udi and Dina. Peter is one of the people without whom the shop would not have been built. Our condolences go to June and the family, with our thanks for all his work for the village. But come now to tonight's meeting. There are reports from the clerk, our ward councillor, from me on the clubhouse, and also on a meeting tomorrow on the proposed broadband changes. There is no update on the public art project because there hasn't been any progress. There are two planning applications, some pruning of trees overhanging a school at 14 North Street and the creation of an office at 57 Thrupp Close. There are only two resolutions tonight: to make a grant, if required, of up to 5k for Castlethorpe community space to finish the kitchen fit out, and to consider replacing the notice boards at the village hall. The last major item for the council to consider is its budget for 2025-26. We finalised most of the expenditure in December, but we had a major outstanding issue with landscaping as the existing contractor gave notice, and we had to get three quotes for a new contractor. There are three Part 2 items from which the public are excluded: to consider quotes for repairing the village hall windows, the landscaping contract, and to consider a response to correspondence on the complaint, which was considered last month, but at the complainant's request was held in Part 2 rather than the public section. So that really finishes the introduction. So I see we have representation from TVP. We normally have a kind of open forum at this point, so I don't know if you had prepared something and wanted to say something. Yeah, in which case, now, could I ask you possibly to pull your chair up next to Kay? And Kay's not working.
Or occasionally out of
pointless at the moment.
Sorry?
I'm trying to get on it. Just to say apologies for being a little bit late.
Don't mind. We just gathered doing the introduction. Darren, could you possibly step aside and let me use your, because otherwise we stream this on YouTube and otherwise people won't see who's talking, and indeed because that's a central microphone, you're a bit further away. Yeah, if you could just step round to that chair there, and then that camera on that PC will pick you up.
Just wanted to say initial introduction. Yeah, it's just in terms of catch the microphone, but initial introduction. My name's Chloe, PC Paintbot. I've just started in the Newport Rural team at the tail end of last year in Capri. So she's just literally you just out beginning of this year, wasn't it? Capri, yeah. So I think we just do an initial start with the statistics, with your crime statistics for the last 2 months. Tilly says her apologies that she wasn't here in December just because she was off sick. So hence why we've got for the last 2 months, and Capri will just take you through that.
Crime stats for period 2nd of the 11th.
Yeah. If you sit there, the camera on the PC.
No, they did say before that they didn't want to be on camera.
Oh, they didn't want to be on camera.
Apologies,
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
So the crime stats for period between 2nd of the 11th, 2024 to the 5th/01/2025. One assault without injury, which is a road rage incident, criminal damage to vehicle, which is one incident, and a sus vehicle, which is another one incident. Also, due to the colder and darker nights, there has been a rise in theft from vehicles and burglaries across Milton Keynes and rural villages. So just make sure vehicles and properties are securely locked. And also, we did include some prevention advice with these crime stats. So just being a victim of crime can be stressing. So make sure that you do lock your vehicles, you park in a perfect lit well area, and you keep your valuables in the safe. Keep track of your vehicle as well.
We've had, particularly over the last few nights, we found a few reports in some of the rural villages, not in Castlethorpe, but some of the closer ones that we're still under investigation, just trying to identify if there's any suspects that we can find or any vehicles. We've not got anything of note to pass, but I think there was a TV alert that was sent out to anyone who signed up to it. We've had a notice, and Tilly and some of the other rural officers have been doing some engaging in some of the harder to reach areas, particularly the elderly communities, that sort of thing, around vehicle crime and things like that. It's just something to note. Particularly in this period, we've noticed this week since we've been in this set. So any other changes or anything, it will be released on TV alerts and they will be more noticeable on our sort of Facebook pages. But it's more so encouraging if anyone has any reports that they haven't made to us, because obviously I know sometimes that it could just be a suspicious vehicle or something of note. Can you just let us know, even if it is respond to the TV alert or making a report to one of the PCSOs or on 101 online? Because then if there is a pattern building up, at least then we can start investigating it if as and when required. But if possible, please ask if there is any capacity to do so. Some of these leaflets she's brought with us to print out. If you've got anywhere that you can position them up, place them on a notice board. So then at least anyone who visits the hall or anything can just be aware of them. But like I say, she's done some leaflet drops and stuff within and spoken to some.
Certainly, Russell, they can put it up.
Come to me.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
We'll put it up, and Russell will probably also put it on our village website. Are these thefts from vehicles or thefts of vehicles?
It's at the minute we think thefts from vehicles, of vehicles, not entirely sure if there have been attempts, so we're not really entirely sure the intentions, but it's just something to be known. It could be that people just trying their luck essentially, but it's just to be aware, because with the darker nights anyway, I know we've seen an increase at this time of year, but just because we've just seen a pattern, particularly in the last couple of nights. We've had a few reports.
Is that the one that's breaking the vans?
So we've had that issue as well. So we've had some out more in the rurals, and we've also had some reports around Newport, and I know some of the local pages have been sharing sort of videos and stuff like that.
So we've got an AMPR camera in the village. Is that are they getting used to all, do you know?
I wouldn't know in terms of the ins and outs of the AMPR camera. I can definitely ask and check in terms of whether what comes from that. But no, sorry, I'm not entirely sure.
No, don't worry.
Let me ask a question. I can come back to it the next meeting.
Yeah,
Come back to you.
Probably about 10 years ago, Hanslope and ourselves both invested, the parish council invested in APR cameras with the supporters of the then sergeant at Newport Pagnell. And they should be linked into wherever the AMPR centre is.
It might be they still are. I like before I comment, I'll definitely double check so we can get a proper understanding, like I said, the history of each village, at least.
It was after we had a very unfortunate spate of burglaries at that time, and both villages were very concerned, and it was thought that it was people coming across the border from North Hants, and that's what the AMPR was in. Anyway.
Just for the benefit of people watching on YouTube, how is the best way to contact you?
So if there is a crime in progress or in your immediate danger, 999. So in the example of these instances where you are witnessing it, you are seeing something happen, you've got concerns, particularly if you're in an address and you don't have the support, 999, it's best to just report it through to us, the call handler will talk it through with you. It might be that whilst you're on the phone to them, if there is an offender seen there and disappeared, and then they'll go through that system with you. 101, sometimes you can have a bit of a wait on 101 on the phone. It is kind of hit and miss, but that's another option if it's not a crime in progress. If not, you've got the online reporting 101. If you type in Tech Valley 101, it's just it's an online web form, and then it'll get sort of sent to the relevant department. So you're not sat on the queue on the phone. So any reports that happen in the rules will either get sent to like PCSOs, the PCs, or the negative inbox, and then we can address it directly. Alternatively, I know you can respond on TV alert as well. So.
And what about, I mean, the most common one, and indeed it was one of the ones in the last 2 months, was suspicious vehicles. You quite often see on the Facebook page, oh, there's a such and such a vehicle that seems to be lurking around.
Yeah.
What is the correct response to that? Is that 999?
So I think if it's safe to do so, try and get a registration number. If the vehicle's not necessarily doing anything, it's a kind of difficult one for me to suggest to say, because it could be a suspicious vehicle, sorry, linked to what you think potentially there is going to be an attempt breaking road or something like that. If it's something you think no can't actually, but it's been maybe there for a couple of weeks, we're worth reporting it 101, and we can do something and checks on that vehicle, we can have a look at it. But if you think it's related to a crime in progress, you might as well call them and we can assess it at the time. But if you can get a registration or something like that, only if it's safe to do so, don't put yourself in a position that's going to cause you any harm. And it's always really good with more information, even if you've just got a basic make and model, we've got ANPR, things like that, it might all tie in nicely together. So
Yeah. Okay. Right, thank you.
is there anything else, any other questions or anything else come to light?
So you're part of, can you just tell us what who the neighbourhood team are?
Yes, so it's myself and Andrew White.
I think we met Andrew. Andrew, I think, came to one of our
Yes.
meetings last
So
year.
he's on the other team to myself, so we work with opposite pattern. And then we've got BC Owen Mulligan on Andrew's pattern. He's Irish, got an Irish accent, I don't know if you've met him before. So they're the PCs at Newport Avenue currently. And then we've got Gabri, who started with us. You're new on rurals as well, but predominantly Newport, but also obviously we support each other quite well on the team.
Okay.
You've got Tilly, that's obviously you're all very familiar with, she's on the continuing meetings regularly.
So our normal contact has
Yes.
been through Tilly.
Still through Tilly, yes.
Yes.
So in terms of the changes, it will be myself as a new face as the PC. I don't know if you ever met Dan Allen previously. It's another PC that we've replaced. There's been a slight changes, but we've got a few more new faces, a few more numbers of PC code. But again, like if Tilly's not in, the other team will support and vice versa. We're not a different person, and we'll sort of have oversight of everything that's going on in the world.
Okay. And who is the sergeant now?
It's PC Montgomery.
Oh, someone still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's still.
And what are I mean, we've been through a number of iterations of ways of interacting with the police. I mean, from police forums in the very early days through neighbourhood action groups, which lasted quite a long time and did actually seem to address what are the fairly mundane issues of the rural residents.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the same as farmers equipment thefts, but and then we went into these what do they call the forums?
Yeah,
Forums again?
community forums, yeah.
Community
And
forums,
that
which
finished.
frankly seem to be useless, really. And I'm not sure what's happening now.
So we do have a community forum on 22nd of January. It's 22nd of January, is that?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is planned. It has
That's
been.
gonna be part of my update.
So I'll say, and I will let this out.
And I haven't got
Planned
most
coming up
of
this
that.
month that
Yeah.
has been, we will be in attendance, myself will be at that meeting.
Okay.
So we've already changed our duties, so we're going to be there.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm going, so I'll let you take that. Don't worry.
All right.
Perfect.
Tilly was going to get us some blood kits. I don't know if she's mentioned that at all.
And then let me know what we're doing, because you're following that, some new. So I'll be sorting that out, arrange a date when everyone's free, so we can leave kids out. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Okay, well, thank you very much.
If there's any other questions?
No, thank you.
No, I appreciate that. Like I say, it's lovely to meet you all. We'll be seeing our faces a lot more. So I like I say, apologies, there's a bit of a flood on the way, so we've had to redivert, before the the motorway services is our normal route here. So we've had to go along.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit, even in the 4x4, we can't get through it, so it's a little bit. But it's been lovely to meet you all. If you need anything else, just drop us a line. But thank you. We'll leave you to the rest of your meeting.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Great to see you.
See you. Thank you.
Did you have anything you wanted to raise in the open forum?
We've got a lovely set of traffic lights over our bridges.
Oh, yes. Is that gas?
Eh?
Is it gas?
Well, the gas pipe on right beside the bridge.
Yeah.
And the road is getting wider and wider, collapsing into the ditch behind it. So I think the lights are there to sort of keep vehicles in the middle.
I thought it was there because of the weight and if there's two vehicles on
Well,
that
you
bridge
know,
at the
there's
same
not
time,
two vehicles got
Because-
past them bridges.
because it doesn't put you in the middle, it takes you to
Yeah.
the side.
Are they're not permanent, are they? I assume they're only there temporarily.
I don't, we haven't got.
They've been there temporarily since way before Christmas,
Yeah.
with no notification on any of the, like.
It does look like it's just been abandoned, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like it's been abandoned.
Yeah. Well, not your fact, it's not your British now, it's city hospitals.
I mean, presumably if they're on a battery, they're going to run out soon.
No, they're solar.
Well.
Not last time.
Now, council aware of it, what's going on, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's gas boilers and there to make vehicles go in the middle.
Because it's
Fire
not
from one
abandoned.
side.
Yeah.
So where's the permanent?
Perhaps tomorrow, we could just check,
Cadent,
sorry?
is it Cadent?
No, road, was it called traffic.net or?
I can check the cadence tomorrow,
It's been on Facebook.
because they're working with the checkers.
Nobody's taking it.
Yeah, and if it's not there, then I think, West Northants really. It's a matter of.
Well, I think we, David Smith, our chairman's report here.
Chris is on.
Chris Yeah.
But I think over Christmas, everybody goes,
He's gonna chase it.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Right, let's move into the meeting then, if that's everything from there. So apologies just from Steve as well. I mean, do you think this is unreasonable for him to be sunning himself in Bali while we're all here in the help?
Yeah.
I think it's disgusting.
Shall we have a vote on that? All those who think that. Right, declarations of interest, we've got the usual one for the House Company and CSA. Any other declarations of interest? No. Right, approving the minutes of the 2nd of December, so are there any matters of accuracy? Given that, yeah, it's only
Look back to me.
Russell, I think.
Oh, okay,
Well,
I propose,
you're proposing that direction,
Yeah.
okay, so you're second and yes, so we're in, and the three of us were unanimous in that case. Because Steve was there, but of course not now. Right, moving on then to the clerk's report. Let me just sign these while. Just read that while I just sign. They're mostly matters for information. Until we get down to the burst pipe in Castle Field. Any questions that want to be, anyone wants to raise on any of these points? No, well, you've actually just covered.
What is the clerk report?
Clerk's report, yeah.
Well, the only thing, as I said before, I'm no, and what, I don't know what's his name?
Michael Lever?
Michael Lever. I would still say that is blocked from the gate, or just this side of the gate up there, to the road.
Yeah.
And that's not our responsibility.
Michael said the pipe is too small to get a camera down there to have a look.
Just a matter of interest, can he put a camera in from the other end?
What, from down noise straight out here?
We don't know where it goes to, do we?
Oh, it's right across, it's not
I think in the road, like
When you come through that kissing gate up there,
Yeah,
out and towards
the
the road.
water there, it's coming out there, that's putting pressure, or it's blowing those pipes out in Castlethorpe.
yeah.
It's not coming out.
But how are we going to do this?
Well, you go to the council. Their problem. But get all this between the storm water and the sewers all run together. And that's from Larkspur Court, and it all to come out there and down here.
is that the councillor Anglian Water?
Surface water is the council.
Right,
All right, well, let's do that then. Let's go back to the council. Basically say that we believe there's a blockage there which is causing the pipe or
Many
as
a time.
Ian says, to blow out in the castle field. And would they please inspect and fix as necessary?
You know, I remember in late sixties, when Stacey used to kick all the pigs and the cows up there milking, and after you blocked the drain there, and it came out the floor here by the bus shelter. We got down here with tractors and tried shoving slurry up all
Sorry,
day.
by the bus shelter here.
Yeah.
But this is right over on the other side. We're talking about on the other side of the Pradman's house, aren't we? We talk about,
Once you come out the kissing game.
When you come out the kitchen gate,
yeah,
the drain goes in the ground to the council point.
yeah, I'm sure that's right, yeah. But it wouldn't come up to, it wouldn't affect the bus shelter. I mean,
I'm going back, it's
Yeah,
still
but-
there, when you got the sewers
yeah,
and the stormwater running together, it used to come out the ground there.
I'm with you. What you're saying is the sewer actually runs along the North Street. And it comes out.
Comes out off
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shop,
I mean,
comes
I
out to
think-
the
I
road
think-
and down to this drain.
I think the point to raise with the council, if you would raise this, please, is that almost not in living memory has Castlefield flooded in that area until just recently. And, you know, we believe that there is a blockage that's causing a pipe to blow further up. And that's where the water's coming from. And would they inspect?
They want something to do there, let you know.
Thank you, Ian.